everyone to my channel. Today we're doing a sign of Capricorn, and keep in mind that this will not resonate for every Capricorn. If you'd like a personal reading, it's going to be the first link in the description down below. Get that first link in the description down below for a personal reading. Also, find a bunch of things there in the description. You can find my Etsy shop, which has my tarot and my oracle cards on there. A bunch of things there on my Etsy shop in the description down below. Alright, so if you go check that out, go in there, go buy something, really appreciate that. Also find my shirt store on my website, different social media platforms I'm on, as well as Patreon. All that's in the description down below. If you'd like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so. I do appreciate donations here. So Capricorn, let's see what Spirit has in store for yourself. Okay. We're going to take the one that has flipped over. It's number 10, Soul Star Chakra, merging with the Divine. Alright, so we have the Soul Star Chakra here, Capricorn. And then we're going to take the first one on top as well, which is number 21, Communication, Co-Creation. Alright, look at this. Merging with the Divine, alright, where you're communicating with it and you're co-creating there, Capricorn. Alright, so let's pull one more card. Okay. That's it. Number 42 with Reclaim Your Energy. Look at that. Wow, Capricorn. So reclaiming yourself, right? And then working with that Soul Star Chakra, working with the Divine here for co-creation. Number 10. Transcendence, letting go, being filled with divine light, channeling, karmic records, the bridge between the spiritual and physical realms, ascension. This image captures the merging of time beyond space. Wisdom that penetrates our being. We have lived in many worlds, all interconnected. They uphold the lessons they carry as messages of transformation. Their synergy creates the expansion of the universe. Gaze into the place where the light between our stardust can become anything. In collective evolution is part of a grander story. When we let go, we become all that we have been seeking and glimpse into the greater dream. It says, remember that you are an infinite being with the ability to expand your awareness beyond time and space. Consider that paradigms outside the physical reality may be unfathomable until we raise our vibration and we can think outside the mind. Meditate on the idea that everything that ever was and ever will be is happening simultaneously right now across multiple dimensions. It says karma, or what can be implemented or cleared for your optimal progress towards ascension. Alright. 21, I think that is. It says non-verbal communication, love language, telepathy, unique ways of communication, light language, multidimensional information, community coexistence, relationships, meeting our higher selves, really seeing someone, deeper listening. It says we normally think of information as something that can be written or spoken, but if something is multidimensional, it is almost impossible to share it with words. I feel I have quite a lot of information in my field now, yet my intelligence cannot fathom it. Metaphor or song may hint at its vastness, but is more like a reminder or catalyst that encourages something to stir inside the listener. Art is one way I have sought to share this information. Whatever language you speak, the emotional message of the art and music can be understood. This is in my healing work where I feel the energy that comes through hands. There is a sense that my soul and the client are in deep conversation. I often feel that I am much more competent at conversation in these realms. Relaxation allows me to navigate this information in real time rather than having to slow down and translate it into words that I feel constricting and dull compared to the vast yet simple nature of what I'm looking to express. This is why I paint. A lot of the work I do is unseen in the realm, but I understand part of my role is to bridge these realities and inspire a wider understanding of what is possible. Thus, you may notice unusual looking codes in many of my paintings. I have experienced many visual downloads of luminescent coding that can be simple figures or complex and large enough to step into for an activation or healing transmission. The download experience is extremely blissful, visual, and with a sense of fathoming the unfathomable. When I return, To my normal state of being, the information no longer makes sense. People often ask about the codes in my paintings. I ask them to imagine a whole library worth of information imbued in a single letter, and extending that to encompass a whole sentence. The codes can open us to that the multidimensional world can share. They are portals to the edges of our conceivable realities. I have come to understand the codes are light language and have reveled in meeting other visionary artists who have painted almost identical light codes. As we evolve our conscious awareness, we start to pick up information, such as what those around us are about to say, or that which the universe is trying to tell us. It says, how are you communicating beyond worlds? Perhaps you are being misunderstood because there is a dissonance between your words, actions, and behavior, and what you mean to communicate. Words are like spells, so be conscious of what you say, as you may be verbally sabotaging your intended meaning. Also, be reminded that words can mean different things to different people. Something may be getting lost in translation. An issue may be cleared through improved communication. Listen carefully to what someone has to say, without interruption. Furthermore, it may feel scary to share vulnerable truths, but this may be the only way forward. This card can also encourage greater exploration in the realms of telepathy, healing, in the arts as poetry, painting, and music, where there is collective communication beyond the mind. Alright. It says recapitulation. Owning your power. Where you put your energy is your choice. Overcoming triggers through self-awareness, energy vampires, reclaiming soul fragments, observing the observer, shifting the victim mentality. When we embrace an energy-aware lifestyle, we start to notice when we feel drained or ungrounded. We may feel flat or out of our center after spending time with certain people or places. Our energy is our responsibility, and how we give it away becomes a conscious choice as we step into empowerment. But what about the fragments of self we gave away before we came to this awareness? Yes, it is possible to recover and restore yourself to wholeness. In shamanic practice, recapturing and reuniting with lost fragments of ourself is called recapitulation. It says even when we become aware of the pattern that unnecessarily chews up our energy, we may still feel drained up by certain people or situations. When we grow our awareness further and take note of the triggers, we see it as always our choice where our energy goes. Although it may not feel that way, we may feel we need to give the people we most care about in a way that depletes us. We may hold a subconscious sense of obligation to others or a belief that our own needs cannot be met until we've taken care of everyone else. We may run ourselves ragged, meeting deadlines, keeping customers happy, living up to expectations, or ensuring we have everything our children require from us. Many of us expand energy through drama, self-doubt, sabotage, anxiety, and fear. Sometimes we sense we're giving too much, or that our effort may be unproductive, even counterproductive. But it doesn't have to be like this. Claim more time and energy for yourself. Look at what is and isn't serving you. You need to make changes in your external environment. More often, the most efficient change will be to your perceptive of self. What beliefs and learnings serve you? What fear-based and limiting expectations are keeping you from your power? Consciously choose and align yourself with ideas that serve you. And suddenly, you will have a lot more energy for the meaningful, inspiring parts of your life. You will have also improved presence and more for your loved ones. As we become aware of our pattern through self-awareness, by observing the observer, we can broaden our perspective of how and why we react to certain stimuli. This understanding helps us untangle ourselves from drama. We can distinguish what is relevant and real to us in the here and now from outdated stories instead of reacting when we feel triggered. We can peel back the layers of those moments and claim greater understanding of ourselves and the myths we have unwittingly subscribed to, or that have subscribed to us. Meditation can help us explore, take responsibility for our internal dissonance. Anything that takes you out of the busyness of your mind can heighten your perspective so you can see the bigger picture. There are other contributors to energy depletion. such as not having enough healthy food or sleep, diet, and lifestyle, are usually easier to rebalance than our self-beliefs. Illness and environment that affect our self-esteem, or where our soul does not feel at home or safe, are other factors. We may need outside help to reclaim our energy, but having an awareness of what is required is a step closer to being able to fix a problem. We can start the healing process. When you're going through tough times, doing something that makes the soul rejoice, even something small, is extremely helpful in boosting your energy levels. It says this card encourages you to be aware of where your energy is going. If you're not at your optimal energy level, it invites you to consider the core of what this may be. You have the power to own your own energy and choose where you direct it. Look at situations that trigger drama and anxiety to reduce energy loss. Detach from environments or people that are not healthy for you. It's up to you to make the shift. Victim mentality is no help, so realize you have the power to transform your life and choose healing and self-empowerment. It's time to kickstart the upward spiral to abundant energy and soul presence. Alright, Capricorn? So that's messages for you, so let's get to learn some charms yourself. Alright, so we have Libra. So you can have those placements, or maybe one around you, and then we have the number 2. Alright, maybe there could be 2 around you, or the number 2 just has a significance to you. You have Virgo, so once again you can have those placements, or one around you. We have this dragon star, be a symbol of pointing in there. We have this moon beetle which you connect with the moon, the night, the stars, the beetle, Capricorn. We have this Aztec serpent god you're connecting to. We have fertility there. We have strength as well. We have success. We have completion. So that's all I have for you. And like I said, first link in the description down below for a personal reading. Also go to my Etsy shop, go buy something. Really appreciate that. If you want to see more content, don't forget to subscribe. Bye guys.